to start by saying that in the early 1990s, I was a Justice of the Peace on the Norwich bench. Every Monday morning, we would have a court just for women and girls that were brought before us, labelled prostitutes. There was rarely any support at the back of the court. If given a custodial, I would ask, as a mother, what would happen to the children? What happens to their tenancies? I felt led, very led, to go out onto the streets of Norwich, our lovely Norwich, and find out more. It was something that touched my heart, and you can tell it still does, I'm happy to say, at my age. I felt led, I went out there, and the day came that I left the Norwich bench, and I was out on our lovely Norwich streets. I was armed with flasks of hot drinks and chocolate bars. I didn't know what else to take out, other than myself. I was to discover a very murky, a very dark side of exploitation, believe it or not. I met pimps, drug dealers, and many common prostitutes, as they were known. We would meet regularly in a church porch and have these drinks. Through their tears, each one shared their story. Stories so horrendous, they are nearly incomprehensible, but they are real. And the pain these families shared was absolutely overwhelming. They all wanted a drop-in centre where they could feel safe and not judged. No woman wants to be out on the streets working. 95% have drug or alcohol addiction. They all suffer with depressive illnesses, including bipolar, and many self-harm, and still do. After 2 years' research in the UK, in Amsterdam, in Dublin, and the USA, the Magdalene Project opened the drop-in centre in King Street. And during my 14 years developing the resources, we had 260 women from Norwich, Norfolk, which included children, on our register. We were able to give away the blueprint to national organisations. During 1995, Beyond the Streets, which is a national charity, now has 60 affiliate groups up and down the country. And I'm so proud. I'm not from Norfolk, because it came out of Norfolk. My years showed me the lack of programmes for exiting, for routes out for the women. Because there's 3 levels. One level is to leave the streets. I'm not talking about massage parlours, I'm talking about streets. You may not think it's easy, but it is the easiest part. Number 2 is to deal with their addiction through the specialist support that we have here in our lovely Norfolk and other support. They needed to detach themselves from the circle of friends where temptation often overcame them. The hardest level is to be accepted back into their community, to start to build on a new life, not only for themselves but their families. In 2007, I decided to set up S.T.E.P, which deals solely with the 3rd level, the route out and lasting change. We at S.T.E.P are really passionate about family and what strong family means in our broken down society. We need £5,000 to contribute towards staffing costs, to train more volunteers, to put students, as they are known, through the programme. we have a waiting list. And I'd like very much to introduce you to Jennifer, who has been through the programme. This programme is innovative, and it's for men and for young people as well. Welcome, Jennifer.
Good evening, everyone. In 2004, I left a very violent and abusive relationship, and I left Kent with my 3 children. We were placed here in Norwich in a safe house, but I still felt very alone and isolated as I'd left other family members down in Kent. Felt that I'd lost my identity because of the abuse that we suffered as a family over the past 13 years. And after a time, I was rehomed here in Norwich, but the abuse didn't stop, which meant for me it was a very long process of kind of being in an environment of fear. I met Theresa when I was helping at my local church, and I started the S.T.E.P programme, and that was really for me the changing point in my life. The programme is a bespoke one-to-one, which is 6 indicators from 1 to 10, which covers personal responsibility, life skills, social networks, substance abuse, physical and mental health, time management and accommodation. This programme, I have to say, has really turned my life around. It's given me the confidence to reach my potential. It's really helped me to make healthier choices for myself and also for my family. And it really gave me a sense of peace and feeling grounded in who I was at that time, that there was a step forward. I've now managed to find full-time work at the NR5 project, helping permanently excluded young people, and I feel that my life is really going in a more positive direction, and I'm also a volunteer with S.T.E.P. I've not only really found my identity, but also I feel I've found a family in S.T.E.P. Thank you.